Hello everyone and welcome back to the 24th episode of the Road to FIDE Masters series, in which I will cover the last round of the Irena Varakomska Memorial, in which I got paired against Jan Wojdak, who was surprisingly lower rated opponent than myself. Why do I say surprisingly? Because as you can tell, I am over 50% points mark, so usually at that point of the tournament I should play against someone higher rated, but it turned out that we both were playing a nice tournament as for our ratings and we got paired together. What does it mean? It means that at this point we were both happy with our results and I was not happy with the pairing, because if I get black pieces, I like the dynamic of playing with a higher rated opponent, because then he's trying to push for a win because I am lower rated, so then I can try to punish them for being so greedy and win the game with black pieces. Surprisingly, with black pieces it's harder for me to win against the opponents that are lower rated or similarly rated as myself. Therefore I was, let's say, less motivated going into this game. And not only that, as you may know, I was also a coach during this tournament and I rather wanted to have a free day on the last day, because in terms of logistics and all that stuff you have to watch for the kids and make sure everything is fine. So why do I even explain myself without even showing you the moves? Well, let's see the game. My opponent started with e4, I replied with e5, he played knight f3, knight c6, and that's not a mistake, guys, the game really ended here. So why do I explain myself? You always tell, okay, guilty one, explain itself, but hear me out. One argument that I gave you was that I had to watch for the kids during the last day. Second reason I gave you was that I was less motivated because I was not playing against any high rated opponent. Third argument was, with that draw I guaranteed myself a prize money. I didn't even know that at the time, but let's say I knew, let's pretend I knew, and that was also a factor. But the point is this, I drew the game within first two moves. Why? Because when you consider my episode number 14 or 16, I believe one more, I usually offered a draw in a bad situation or too late or something like that, and in here I decided to offer a draw on the move number 2. Why? Because when approaching the chess game, you know when you are going to the chessboard, let's say, if you are having a mindset of a warrior and you want to fight for a full point or not. So I decided that it does not matter if I offer a draw on the move number 2, number 4, number 6 or 10. It's still the opening, and if my opponent wants to take a draw, he will take it on the move number 2, 4, 6 or 10. However, I did not want to show my opponent my preparation, because at this point on the move number 3 he usually goes for either Italian or Spanish game, and I've prepared something here, and I didn't want to give him that information of what I've prepared, because then if I offer him a draw, he knows more about my preparation, approach to the game and so on. So I decided to give him as little information as possible, and then, well, it happened that I had to offer a draw on the move number 2. After my draw offer, my opponent fought like 10 minutes, and also he was late for the game for 5 minutes, so I felt like it's a win-win situation, because if he does not accept a draw, I have 50 minutes handicap on the move number 3, cannot complain, and I was prepared for it, so I was happy to play the game anyway. And if he accepts the draw, I have a free morning, I can watch for the kids, I have the prize money, and I guarantee myself this plus 30 rating change that you can see on the screen. So I felt like my draw offer is a win all the way around, and indeed my opponent finally accepted the draw. He was hesitant to do it because his tie breaks were not so great, so he was not sure if he will be able to get to the prize money, but in the end he still agreed, accepted, and that's that. So you might say that I am guilty here, you should not draw a game in 2 moves and whatever. I mostly agree, I don't like such games, but in given circumstances, which I explained to you at the beginning, being a coach and a player at the same time was the new thing to me, and after this 1 month marathon, let's say, I was kind of exhausted and happy to take a draw for many reasons. So hopefully you will not punish me for that, you will not unsubscribe to my channel, and yeah, that's that. Obviously, to end the game on the fun note, we can go into the review, because, well, why not? As you can tell, 100 for both players, you don't see that every day, so that's that. Amazing game from both sides. But putting the jokes aside, let's sum up the whole tournament. So guys, I ended on the high note, let's say, finishing with 5 points out of 9 games, losing only one on the round number 3 against the international masters, so my results were amazing. As you can tell, I got 30 ALO rating points, so quite a lot as for this tournament. Therefore it means that my expected point was 3.5. I got 5, so few more than that. Happy with this. Also I got placed 15th, just in the prize money, so everything worked out well for me. And altogether with the 3 tournaments that I've played this month, I am getting back, guys, to the 2200 rating. Finally, after some time, after losing a lot of rating recently, in this month I gained 49. Rounding it up, I got 50 points, so 50 points in 1 month, it's a pretty good result. I'm happy with it, hope you are happy with it too. And what can I tell you guys, as of now it's the finish of the Road to FIDE Masters series for at least a month. I will not be playing anything in August, so that's that. I will be getting some rest from chess because it was quite a marathon for me after those few years without playing so much. I'm very happy that I did play in those tournaments. I get the experience, I get the, this feeling of playing chess competitively and so on. I found some new ideas in the openings for myself and for my students, so pretty happy with my choices. Once again, thank you all for watching the series, the 3 tournaments that I covered for you. If you enjoyed it, please remember to subscribe the channel to see more of the content coming on. Like the video, and with that, thank you all for watching my journey, my games, my analysis, and we'll see each other shortly on the channel. Thank you and bye bye.